The Seychelles is an absolute dream destination for a lot of people. When I first heard about it, as a top prize in a Swedish game show, I never imagined myself actually standing here in the near future. But after daydreaming and picture googling for a couple of years, I finally booked a ticket, which turned out not to be that expensive at all, traveling from mainland Africa. But make no mistake about it, this is an exclusive destination. Most travelers you meet will probably have a lot more money in their pockets than you do, and buying stuff, whatever it is, will be painfully expensive. Traveling cheap, you might even see yourself skipping a meal entirely to maintain your budget. And also, all of the Seychelles will not look like those postcard perfect pictures you see on Instagram. Most beaches in the Seychelles will rather look a little like this. Or a little like this. Or maybe like this one. As a matter of fact, the majority of the islands will totally lack those dream beaches, sprinkled with mesmerizing soft granite cliffs, on which you imagine spending most of your vacation. That's only for one of the islands, and it's not the biggest of them. Which is not to say that the rest of the Seychelles isn't beautiful. The Seychelles consist of 115 islands or thereabouts, and the first one you'll set foot on is most likely the main one, Mahé Island. It's also likely your airport cab driver will take you to the tourist hub Beau Vallon in the northwest, which is all good. Beau Vallon is a good place to start out, as it's got a large stretch of nice beach and a lot of smaller, more secluded beaches scattered around it. This is an area with a fair share of hotels and therefore a wide menu of activities and food options. The tiny capital Victoria on the same island is also worth checking out for a day, to get a sense of the country's French, English, African, Indian roots and its quirky, colorful buildings. But beware, the Seychelles is no stranger to rainfall, especially during the winter months of November through February. This gives you all the more reason not to spend your entire stay on Mahé, as the clouds, in our experience, have a tendency to get stuck between those lush hills of this main island. So jump into a taxi to the capital and take the 1-hour ferry to the neighboring island Praslin. This is the less developed second largest island and a favorite among tourists who want a little silver lining on their vacation. Arriving at the docks, you basically have 3 choices to get to the closest tourist area, Cote. Riding a 10-minute taxi, catching the bus running along the one road that circles the island, or setting out on a 1-hour expedition by foot. Which might not be the best option, since there aren't really that many pretty things to see along the way. Anyways, reaching Cote, things will look pretty much like this. I guess it's only fair to mention that Anse Source, far up in the northwestern tip, is considered to be an even sharper option for beach lovers. which makes no big difference since we're finally heading for the one island you cannot miss visiting the Seychelles. Cause there it is, just a 15-minute boat ride from Praslin. That paradise beach you remembered from the pictures will be waiting for you on the small island of Digue. First thing you do, get on a bike and head straight into the national park to the south. Why not take a taxi? Cause there are none. There's virtually no vehicles at all on the whole island. Just rent a bike and 15 minutes later, you will be here.
That's a big mother. It's so big.
I've seen a lot of beautiful places in my travel, but damn, this place is something out of the ordinary. Let's say you ever get tired of this handful of iconic beaches. Just get on the bike again and explore the island. Find your very own quiet corner or stop to say hi to the giant tortoises chilling out and eating leaves in their pens. Or just try not to crash right into them as they are freely roaming the dirt roads.
Where the hell are you going, Mr. Turtle?
These guys won't be anything like the turtles you meet in the ocean. These guys are big and they know it. They won't be any more scared of you than you are of them. And they might willingly walk up to you and say hi. If you can't get enough of this island in just one day, which I sure hope you won't, there are accommodations available. Just make sure to book in advance, as options are limited and demand is high. Cause they got freaking giant tortoises walking around. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Digue, don't miss it, just don't. Cause if you do, you won't forgive yourself until you come back to the Seychelles again to check it out. Cause they got freaking giant tortoises. Listing reasons to come to the Seychelles is a piece of cake. Number 1. Going to the right places, you will see some of the most beautiful nature in your life, especially beach-wise. Second up is the people. This country consists of such happy, helpful and funny people, and they all speak English because it's one of their national languages. Well, most of them speak English. That's good enough. 3. It's exotic. Your friends will be impressed, your family will be worried because they probably haven't even heard of the place. Coming to the Seychelles, surrounding yourself with rainforests, beaches and strange parrots flying around. Well, that's probably something different from your hometown, right? And safety. It feels unnecessary even saying this, but yeah, the Seychelles, it's super safe. And lastly, this one is a double-edged sword. But coming to the Seychelles, you won't have to suffer any of the good old rich tourist complex, cause your wallet will be suffering at least as much as the locals. It sounds stupid, but it does take some weight off your shoulders. Alright, this first one will probably not come as a surprise. The Seychelles is listed as one of the most expensive countries in the world, and you will find yourself swearing over the price at some point of your trip. Pretty much all you do will hurt, and you might even skip some stuff for economical reasons. Next up, it's not all paradise. Before coming, I imagined myself pretty much just walking anywhere finding beautiful beaches, magic fairies and waterfalls everywhere. That's not really the case. You need to know where you're going. The best stuff is hidden away here and there, and to really hit the jackpots, you need to leave the main island. Third one, shops. Big supermarkets are a rarity here, and the few convenience stores you might have close to your hotel, if you're lucky, will close early. Make sure to get that shopping done before nightfall. And yeah, Sundays, they will all be closed. Whew. There you go. Nothing too much on the ugly side. I'm a big fan of you, Seychelles, and it might not come as a surprise. You passed. Well, that's it. We're moving on to Mauritius, and you will make damn sure to watch. See you in like 2 weeks.